Hey guys, just got done filming part of a flashlight review. I'm getting ready to do the unboxing part anyway. You know how I love flashlights. I got to do some beam shots and stuff later tonight. And while I was upstairs messing around with the computer, Mrs. Graydog said, hey, you should do a video about redundancy. And she wasn't wrong, by the way, because we had a little snafu last night. When I say snafu, it's we went out and we decided to have a few cocktails. So instead of us driving home, which I find to be very unsafe at that point, we let discretion take the better part of valor, and we took an Uber home. Perfectly fine idea, at least it seemed so at the time. To be clear, there's no problem with the Uber, and it was a nice ride. Nice guy, took care of us. And so we got home, and I couldn't open the garage because the keypad had a dead battery in it. It was straight dead. Hear the dogs coming. So I thought, hey, no big, forget that, forget the keypad. We'll just go around the front. Hey, baby, we'll just go around front because I got another keypad on the front door. I'll just type in my code, my special code. Boop, that door will open. I'll come through, let my lovely wife in, and we'll be good to go. And as my luck has it, I went to punch in the key code on this bad boy right here, and it was dead as a doornail, like it was DED. So dead batteries out back, dead battery in the front. And I didn't have any other way to get in the house, at least not easily. I'm an idiot. So obviously I was prioritizing convenience over pure security, and it bit me. And I ended up having to call a friend, Chris, thank you, by the way. And he had to come, and we had to do a little bit of breaking and entering to get into the house. Kind of a bummer, guys, kind of a bummer. So that was a mess. We have since fixed our breakage and enterage, and as a part of that, now I've got an actual hard key with like real bitting and no electronics for one of the doors. So no matter what, we can always get in. We went old school. So I still have new school for some of the entry, but old school for some of the others. Because I still like convenience. I still like convenience. Now, if I were smarter, I'd probably prioritize like putting fresh batteries like every 90 days in those locks that take batteries. And that would probably keep me from having any issues. But anything electronic can fail. So like I said, now I got a key. So I'm not preaching at you, and probably most of you guys are smart enough to know, and probably smart enough to where you don't even have anything electronic getting in and out of your house. You've just got the use, right? Like just keys, normal plain old keys, cylinders, pins, the whole nine. And while those are not infallible, they're pretty darn reliable, right? They're pretty durable. I don't think I've ever had a real issue with cylinder style locks ever. Not that it couldn't happen, man. Somebody hit me in the comments and let me know if you ever have. Side note, second vlog I've ever done, right? The first one, if you saw it before, was a little more meandery, but this one, it seemed a little topical at the time because of our hijinks. In watching the previous vlog, one of my friends, Darcy, hey Darcy, said, this is not your jam. It's not your use. Like, it doesn't seem to be your wheelhouse. And she was right. Like, this is not. I was surprised that I got more than 3 views on the last one. And sometimes I'm really not doing the vlog thing for the broad audience. Like, hey, here's gear you're interested or anything like that. I'm almost kind of doing it for me. It's just a slice of life. It's not, oh my God, you should really like check out this product or do this thing or whatever. I just want to, kind of share some stuff. And oh, by the way, also better sound this time. I know the last one, the sound was dreck. I got you. I actually set everything up to where no matter where I'm facing, if I'm facing this way, facing that way, you're still going to be able to hear me. So that seemed like a better idea for you guys, and maybe make this a little more palatable for the future. But back to Darcy's point, if you don't keep doing something, you don't get any better. And I am no exception to this. Like, I've never been 100% great at anything I've ever first tried. Sometimes that took me a long string of ego crushing defeats and embarrassing failures before I ever got even remotely good at something. As it just so happens, I'm just kind of stubborn. And stubbornness is not a bad thing, right? At least I don't think it is. So, you know, from my perspective, it's just me trying. And so, you know, I'm going to keep posting vlogs. Doesn't mean you have to keep watching them. There's certainly no pressing need. It's, like I said, just me running on about various topics. In a second, I'm going to show you Gus's new sweater, by the way, that Mrs. Graydog got him. It's really cute. He probably hates it, but I don't know. Gus, come here. Gus, come here, buddy. Come here. Take a look at that new sweater we got on him. Huh? Look at that. Yeah, because it's friggin' cold out there. It's snowing, and it's going to be nasty and rainy. There goes Tulip, by the way. She doesn't care right now. Tulip, come here. Sorry, I know you guys keep seeing the dogs, but if you hate dogs, probably, I don't know, find somebody else's vlog, because I like dogs. They are good kids, man. So, oh, where was I? Yeah, you're going to keep seeing me do this. I think it's probably good for me just because it helps me when it comes to pure extemporaneousness. Like, I can get extemporaneous on topics that I know a lot about, but when it comes to the day-to-day, I'm not a natural talker about various things. Oh, I should share with you. Here's the back porch. I don't know if you can see all that snow, but it's friggin' snowy out there. It snowed, you know, more than we normally get last night and or yesterday, and it created a little entertainment at work. I'll tell you, nobody around here is really used to driving in the snow, and so you have a few choices. Obviously, one of them is just to stay home. And for people who don't have like mission critical jobs where you gotta be there, man, the best thing around here in the greater Northern Virginia area is probably just stay the heck at home. Gus wants to go out. I'll take him out in a few minutes. He'll be okay. He can hold it. Gus, I got you, buddy. Don't worry. Actually, you know what? I'll pause this. I'll take him out, and then I'll come back. Stand by. All right, so we took the dogs out. I posted this on Facebook like a long time ago, but sometimes I mess with the dogs because they're pretty good about following commands. But see, I have them here. Frozen. Froopy. Free, free, free. Oh, those poor dogs. Man, if I were them, I'd probably be pissed at me all the time too. Anyway, that's really it for now, guys. I just thought you guys would find it entertaining, my B&E last night of my own domicile. Fortunately, good neighbors, good friends took care of us. And I'm gonna definitely make sure that probably that good neighbor has a copy of our key for the future, just so I can go, hey, can I get that key from you so I can get in my house, just in case I don't have a copy of it, which I'm also going to have. But at this point, I feel like redundancy is not a bad thing. If we're talking 2 is 1 and 1 is none, maybe I need like 3 at the rate I'm going, because obviously having a front and a back door that would both let me in, that failed me. So that didn't really help. So in the future, maybe 3 for me. I'll end this here, guys. I don't want to go on and on. Mrs. Graydog says that vlogs are supposed to be snippets throughout the day. I don't know, the rest of my day might involve a nap and sitting on a bike and riding it. I don't know. So it's probably not going to be super sexy. I don't know that I'm going to record any of that. I don't know. What do you think, baby? All right, and probably what's the most meta thing ever, I am now editing the video that you're watching right now, since Mrs. Graydog said, hey, shoot some snippet stuff. So I'm literally sitting here working, using Wondershare Filmora. By the way, if you're ever curious about the software package that I use, no, it's not Adobe, and Adobe's probably like the most professional, but Wondershare you can get into for a reasonably low price. It's not that hard to use, and the effects are pretty good, and the off-the-shelf stuff's pretty good. One of these days, I'm probably going to switch to Adobe, but I'm probably going to have to take a class. When I say a class, probably like an online class. And, you know, because I don't want to go anyplace. I'm stubborn that way, and I can do it at my own pace. But I'm guessing or betting that any class that I take for video editing is probably going to, I don't think it's going to be horribly expensive, but probably time intensive. So you're talking, hang on, let me save this as... What I always do is I take a previous project and I just save it as the new one. That way, most of the things that I'm already looking to have are there in place, so it's easier. So like literally vlog 1 gets saved as vlog 2, and then I just delete out various pieces, parts, and then import the new stuff. And then in theory, it's all pretty easy to do. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna have to take a class. Not that I'm opposed to doing that. Like I'm not a hater of ongoing education, and God knows my brain could always use the additional stimulation. Let's see, vlogs. One of these days I should reorganize all my files too. That would probably be better. But yeah, so reorganizing, yeah, there we go. We'll put that there. Reorganizing files. I think that sometimes video editing, one of the harder parts of it is actually file organization, because even a little bit of goofiness in that regard, and it gets really hard to find stuff. Like if you want to be efficient, organization, and that's probably the key, not just in video editing, but man, probably in a lot of aspects of life. I could probably learn from that. You know, Mrs. Graydog in the previous video said, hey, next time clean the house. It's a little cluttered, but you know, it's also where we live and work, you know, because both of us have home office and actually work here. Obviously I work in a remote location, or not a home location for most of my life, but the whole Graydog business happens right here, either here in the gun room that you've seen downstairs. So anyway, that's it for the video editing part, but I just thought, you know, you'd be maybe mildly interested in that. I think I'm gonna go work out after I do a bit of editing. Maybe you see that, maybe you don't, who knows? Man, I was getting ready to work out, do a little Peloton, and two things occurred to me. I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get to it, but one of my unsuccessful attempts at breaking and entering into my house last night involved using that little ball bearing window breaker thing on the bottom of my Heretic Cleric 2 knife. And that's like a little round ball bearing. It's not pointed carbide. And my attempts to break a window with that were unsuccessful. So just so you know, if it's the round ceramic, I don't know how well those break windows. I'm inclined to say they probably friggin' don't. You know, the Rescue Me or similar tools, I think they're better. I'm not gonna actually tell you how I managed to break into the house, like my B&E technique that I used that worked out of general security concerns. I'm like, maybe I'll hold off on that. And yeah, I'm procrastinating. I need to get in a workout. I'll talk about that workout in a second. I'm not gonna subject you to the workout. You don't need to watch that. There's a bunch of other people doing workouts online. If you wanna watch their workouts, some of them like Sam Sulik, you know, I'm sure you could get just as big as him if you do his workouts and you do a lot of drugs. I did want to talk about this painting, by the way, that my lovely wife won at a charity auction. We actually watched this thing get painted. It's bigger than even it looks probably in this display. I'm gonna go stand by it so you can get some idea. Or if, you know, look, there's a pretty big freaking whiteboard there, and if you look for at scale, like my precision rifle, one of them, or my VPO rifle, and so it's a huge painting, spectacular painting. We watched this guy paint it live. He actually painted it upside down while he was singing, and then he gets done, stops singing, turns it over, and you've got American Soldier, which I thought was friggin' amazing. So charity auction, my wife's company bid on it, won it, and she has graciously let me put it in my studio. I think we're gonna share joint custody. It may end up upstairs at some point in the front room, but man, I thought, seriously, look at that thing, guys. I think it's amazing looking, amazing. So, like, seriously, like, here's me standing by it. If this doesn't give you some idea of scale, it's monstrous. It really, there's a bunch of walls in this house it just won't go on because it's so big. It's friggin' cool. So anyways, I am gonna work out. I am tired, old, and cranky, but I persist. Hey, check out this shirt. It's a 511 shirt. Have you ever seen one like this? They don't even make these shirts anymore. I wish I'd bought more. Like, it's got mesh on the sides for venting. And 511, some of their clothes are janky, some of them really good. One of my ongoing frustrations with 511, and it's been this way for years, is they make everything in runs. And if it doesn't sell crazy well, then they just stop making it. And even if it's pretty freaking good, they just stop making it. And this shirt's no exception. So, you know, when this thing's done, it's done. I'll have no more shirt. Yeah, so my workout's gonna be 45 minutes on that friggin' Peloton. I know you're thinking, man, Peloton's Gucci, like, but it's a good indoor workout, guys. It really is. And having like that online video coach pushes me. Like, I could get on a stationary bike and just freaking spin, but I'm not gonna hit a resistance level or a cadence without somebody really forcing me. There's music and stuff, man. Not cheap, but man, you can get a good freaking workout on it. I suspect their tread's the same way. I'm not a huge runner. Not that running is a bad thing, man. I don't hate running, but when you got old creaky joints, cycling seems a little better bet for a lot of us. I'm probably going to start doing a little bit of running once the spring hits, because I'm also a fair weather kid, man. I hate outdoors when it's really cold. I don't like to exercise outdoors. But the bike, man, it's come in pretty handy and kind of helped me stave off some of the freaking doldrums when it comes to working out. Now I'm lucky, like I got a gym at work, like, and it's a collegiate level, like freaking sports and conditioning gym. Like it is professional level. If you can't get a good workout in that freaking gym, you don't know what you're doing, is really the upshot of that facility. But for weeks when I'm on the range the whole time, I don't have the opportunity to use that gym because I'm at a remote location. So this friggin' bike, man, it saved my bacon. And I've got a set of 20 pounders sitting down there. I'll probably do a couple supersets with those later. 20s are pretty friggin' light. I want to order a set of those adjustable dumbbells. TrueLap makes a set that goes from like, I want to say like 8 or 12 pounds all the way up to like 90 pounds. Now it's $700, but if you think about what it would take in terms of space and how much money you'd have to spend to get a full set of dumbbells that covers that entire range, I think $700 actually still kind of a bargain. Heck, I'll probably, if I think about it, I'll put a link to them. I know some of you guys are workout junkies and some of you guys don't care. But man, if you, and I got a bench over there, although right now it's got my clothes, which I'm going to change back into, or after I shower in the bathroom back there. Between a bench, a pull-up bar, which is over near my studio, the friggin' bike, and a good set of dumbbells, man, if you can't get a good workout with that, once again, I don't know what you're doing. You can get almost everything. Now, obviously, there's, squat racks, things like that you really want if you're getting serious. And that's, the one at work, good to go there. But, this is a good, 80, 90% solution, like I said, with a little bit more. 45 minutes on the bike, at least 3 supersets with the dumbbells, maybe some additional ab workout, and then I'm gonna be done with that. And like I said, I'm not gonna trouble you with actually watching me work out. I'll catch you after. All right, post-workout. And there's 2 things I try and do, obviously, is drink a lot of water. But in addition to the hydration, I try and cram as much protein as I can stuff down my freaking belly. I was told that 25 grams is as much as anybody can stomach, or at least digest in anyone sitting. But more recent research says you can go a lot higher and still achieve protein synthesis for all of it. That doesn't just get oxidized or pooped out. So 42 grams is okay. I like the bigger chunks of protein just because it makes me feel fuller longer too, like that satiety thing, that feeling of fullness. Also, the Fairlife stuff tastes really good. It doesn't taste weird or goofy. Some of the protein stuff out there has, if you've tried it, less than stellar taste. But this stuff's not bad. So I literally, like I said, shotgun it post-workout. Sometimes I'll use protein powder like the CQ. It tastes more like lemonade or blueberry drink. And it's not thick. It's very refreshing, for lack of a better term. But, sometimes I like the actual dairy. Now, if dairy disagrees with you, man, this is not going to be good, but it sits pretty well on my stomach. I'm pretty tired from that workout, guys, not going to lie. I need a shower, too. It's a good thing for you. This is not smell-o-vision. I'm going to go shower. I'm not taking you long for that. What else should I record from today?
It's a vlog.
I know.
We record it all.
Okay. The whole day?
Not all of it.
Okay, I was about to say, there's things people probably don't want to see. They probably could guess.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not dum-dums. Yes. But so anyway, guys, I'll end this here. As usual, if you find any of this even remotely entertaining, do those YouTube things. Obviously, me, it's more gear and stuff like that. I think that flashlight review might actually post this upcoming week or next week, or heck, you might have already seen it depending on when I start putting these things up. It's hard to say. I got to do some beam shots and stuff with that thing.
Giveaway.
Yeah, I'll do some giveaways. I'll do some giveaways because there's a bunch of other things that I've got stacked up that I've done reviews on. Would you guys be interested in a giveaway, by the way? If so, man, hit me in the comments. Let me know. I don't know, because I'd be more than happy to do a giveaway, or even 4 or 5 of them at this rate. Because, like I said, I've got some things that I've reviewed. Not that they're bad things. It's just that, you know, I've only got one pocket that I carry a flashlight in, and I've only got one pouch on my duty belt for work. And so I always have my preferreds for those 2 spots. And then I have the others that I thought were also decent stuff, but you know, there's always that one that you really, really like. And the others are like, you know, okay, but you know, I'm not going to carry 5 flashlights. Probably none of you guys are either, except for the really crazy ones. Rich, I'm looking at you. The only guy I know who carried more junk off duty than on duty. God love you. I'm going to end this here. Guys, like I said, like, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're still watching at this point, man, I really appreciate you. I know this has probably not been the sexiest or most exciting thing ever, but it had dogs in it. Guys, take care. Stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.
Get 'em, Jay.